Welcome to the Tone Show. My name is Anthony Tone Nunez, and today we're talking about the Strainees Season 4, Episode 2, The Blood Tax.
Tone Show.
What did I ask last episode? I asked, where is Dutch and where is Gus? Just play that.
Whole season. I got two questions for you guys, and you guys probably wondering the same things at home. Where is Gus? Where is Dutch? Where is Dutch? Where is Gus? Where is Dutch? Where is Gus? Where's Gus? Where's Dutch? I didn't see these two. Where are they?
Anyway, we got answers to our questions, guys. And did you see the parallel between last week's episode and this week's episode? So last week, we saw him opening his eyes and starting his day. So that was his point of view. That was his story we were seeing unfolding. This week, the story shifted, and today we saw Raul, which turned out to be Gus's cousin. So Gus's cousin Raul started the day by reaching for that alarm clock. And from then on, we saw what type of day he had. So he was employed gainfully. He was being paid with freedom bars. Did you see that? They were paying him with freedom bars, not even peanuts. He got freedom bars. They didn't even look delicious. Anyway, he was being paid with freedom bars to work at this place where they kept these delicious sausages. Did you see Raul's face when he saw the sausages? He was like, "Can I have a sausage, please? Please? I've been a good boy." So anyway, he's working at this place. And what happens when you work somewhere? Family finds out and they want free shit. That's what happens. That's why you don't tell your family members you have Netflix or Amazon. I don't have Amazon or Netflix. He made the mistake of letting Gus, his cousin, into his house, which was his job, and they fucked this shit up. Now, 3 months ago, looks like all our favorite team members who were missing were all in the same place. You saw how in The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, they're like splitting up all the characters and following different storylines. The writers for the Strain, the writers were in the writers' room and they were like, you know what, fuck it. We're too much work. It's the last season. There's no season 5. Let's just put all the characters in one room. Fuck it, right? The Professor, Dutch, Gus, Kareem, they're all in one room. We don't have to write shit. They were like, we're not going to write multiple storylines. We're all going to put them all in one room, and that's it. The writers were lazy that day, okay? Give them a break. They've been given 4 great seasons of a Strain for us. This is the last season. They're not coming back, so what does it matter, right? So we found all our missing characters in one room. Hilarious. Turns out the professor needed Viagra. I'm kidding. So it's his heart medication, I'm assuming, okay? And looks like Gus went from Strigoi killer to drug dealer. Now, he's not a drug dealer. He's a purveyor of goods. So he threw in with Kareem. If you guys remember, Kareem is a businessman. He also had possession of the Lumen, and he did like his own urban version of eBay. Remember that? Where he was like, top bidder gets the Lumen. I don't care what happens to society. Well, it happened, Kareem. Are you happy? Anyway, he threw in with Kareem. So it's Kareem and Gus. And they get the bright idea to go to Raul's job and fuck up his day. And freaking Kareem, he looked like he played Duck Hunt growing up because he could not hit nobody for nobody's life. So Raul's fellow employee, his co-worker, lucked out that Kareem is a lousy shot, or else he would have got his ass capped because Kareem unloaded like 5 multiple movie clips. You know, in the movies where they have like unlimited bullets, Kareem had unlimited bullets and he missed every single time. So we found out that Gus is a badass still. You saw how he did that Chuck Norris move to that Strigoi? He is not to be F with. He just reached in and Anyway, he Chuck Norris that Strigoi. They robbed the bank, the food bank for sausages. And guess what? Raul got an apple. Good boy. So that's what happened there. So we found out that Gus is running with Kareem and that he's just taking care of numero uno, which is Gus. And it looks like Kareem is a businessman and he sees that Gus is a badass and he's keeping him around. So it's mutually beneficial for them to stick together. It looks like Raul. Did you see Raul hiding? Kareem is like, I think your cousin, he's not showing up. He's scared. And Raul's like, you guys are here? And did you see how Raul helped him out? It's like Gus comes to you and he's like, my man Tone here, my man Tone Show. He knows how to get in touch with people. And I pull out a cell phone like, hello? Raul pointed to the door. That's what he did. That's the door to get in there. Wow, you're a great help, Raul. Anyway, looks like Raul. He's a regular guy. He's not a Strigoi fighter. He's just a guy trying to get by and protect themselves. And looks like Gus and Kareem put him in a really hazardous situation. Let's see how this develops for Raul. Probably not good. You better get some of those freedom bars. Switching gears, Dutch is at this weird pregnancy clinic. Looks like 3 months ago, she went to see Kareem and Gus. And after getting the professor's Viagra, I mean it's heart medication, or Viagra, we don't know. They got caught because the professor wanted his magical lumen book. You know what? Take this book and cuff it to yourself, prof. Come on. So Dutch got captured. She's going by the nickname Miranda. It's very exotic. And they threw him in the van, right? So they got both captured. Did you see in the van, like the Strigoi in the van, like they work for United. They gave people the United treatment. They were just effing people up. Get in the van. They straight up United those people, man. Damn, United Airlines on a van. Anyway, we get to the camp, and the professor, since he went through that horrible experience of with the Nazis and the Holocaust. So seeing those people just being sorted out and just treated in that way, he just had a flashback. He couldn't help it. So he just went straight, nut. He just went at them. So Dutch went to help. Remember, they're wanted by the master, by the authority. And so looks like she gave a fake name. So she gave Miranda as her code name. And the professor, we don't know what happened to him. He's captured, obviously. So did you see that creepy ass pregnancy test? I thought it was a pregnancy test. So instead of like Plan B or something, or not Plan B, or instead of like the next day, you bring the woman to the Strigoi and she's like like that's the pregnancy test. Turns out that creepy ass pregnancy test was actually a test to see if they were B positive. So it looks like B positive people are tasty to the Strigoi. So what do you do when you have something tasty? You make more of it, obviously. Hello. So the Strigoi have all the fertile women in this clinic getting prego. Who's doing the pregging, I wonder? Anyway, getting prego, and once their children, obviously, maybe they become like hors d'oeuvres or something. I don't know. I'm sure nothing nice happens to these babies. And if you can't get pregnant, you go off to the factory. It looks like for you guys know what I'm talking about. If you guys are watching that show, anyway. So you go off to the factory. So it's important to get pregnant. And Dutch being Dutch, she was just calling. You saw that guy Sanjay? That guy Sanjay dresses like if in the morning he just got up, he just threw a whole bunch of clothes on the bed and like, the red tie, purple handkerchief. Like that guy dresses all over the place. He's a douche, number one. I'm just doing what's best for society, making sure I'm in a good position in life. Screw you, Sanjay. Okay? I think that was his name, right? Sanjay? Anyway, so Dutch is there. She's in the pregnancy center. And she got this guy caught up. She had to, because the guy who was supposed to help her escape, he panicked. He knocked a whole bunch of stuff, and the Strigoi came and he took his ass. So let's see what happens. I think Dutch is gonna be fine because she's B positive. That guy, not so much. Freedom bars for him. So that's what happened with that. So Professor captured Dutch. She's in this weird pregnancy B plus factory. Gus, we know, I said Dutch, right? So Gus, he threw in with Kareem, and he's about his business, and poor Raul. And who does that leave on account? F. So F looks like he found his balls. Ooh, F found his balls. F found who he is. He found himself, helping that guy and looking around and seeing that fertilizer poop bomb. Hey, I'm not a doctor. I'm a Strigoi fighter. So at the end, he came up with the genius idea to commit like mass poisoning. So looks like F found the right people to throw in with. Of course, we didn't see what was happening with Mr. Fat and Quinlan. The dynamic duo in this episode. We can't get too much, but we definitely got caught up with our characters. So we know what Dutch is doing. We know what Gus is doing. We're gonna find out where they took the professor. F looks like he's gonna go throw in with these new resistance fighters, freedom fighters, Strigoi fighters. Call them what you want. But this episode, I'm not going to say it was crazy. It was just basically like this person's here, this person's here, this person's here. Nothing really amazing about this episode, honestly. There were a couple of good moments. We turned out that Dutch can really jump. She can definitely kick ass. And that's how I kick ass, like that. You see how the ass gets kicked? Okay, forget it. And we found out that Gus has now lost his touch. He is the Chuck Norris of Strigoi fighting. Anyway, this was the blood tax. We found out what happens with where you pay your taxes with blood. So that's what the episode is called, the blood tax, because there's a weight to having to serve the Strigoi, and there's also looks like there's definitely a human cost to all this, of course, because you're being ruled over by the Strigoi. So this was the Strain season 4, episode 2, the blood tax. We're gonna find out next week, hopefully, what happened to our favorite characters. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe and like. I just posted a video today. It's called The Strain Season 4, the Master's top 10 tips to rule over humans. That's The Strain Season 4, the Master's top 10 tips. I'm sorry, top 5. We're cutting it down. Too much. The Master's top 5 tips. So that's The Strain Season 4, the Master's top 5 tips to rule over humans. If you guys haven't watched that video, if you're a fan of the Strain, watch that video. I had a fun time making it for you guys. I just enjoy making them. What can I say? This is The Tone Show. As always, like, comment, subscribe. And we'll be back next week for more Strigoi kicking fun. Tone Show, ow. You like that, right? How I kick ass?
Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.